Possible the biggest serial killer of all time has just been caught, August 2026. It's Eugene Horsch. This all started when he was pulled over 2 months ago in June of 2026. He was pulled over alongside an unnamed female that had the ID belonging to Blair Tonzelli, which is a girl that's been missing for more than 3 years. So she might be one of the victims as well. So what we know is that Eugene Horsch has a house in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. When the DEA searched the house, because when they pulled him over, he had so many charges that it was unreal, plus the missing person ID. He had illegal weapons. He had large amounts of drugs on him. He had that missing person's ID. There was all kinds of crazy stuff going on when they pulled him over. So they did a DEA search on his house. What they found is truly shocking, and I'm surprised we haven't seen more of it on the mainstream media. They might just be scared to let people know that people like this could be your next-door neighbor. They found more than 700,000 images of what appeared to be RAPE and death. They found more than 60,000 videos containing the same subject material, more than 10,000 hand-drawn drawings and manuscripts, etc. This evidence is huge. We're talking about almost 1 million things of evidence they're having to go through. So they start going through them, thinking that it's just stuff that he's downloaded off the dark web and he's just a sick individual. But they're looking for this Blair girl, right? Well, when they're looking through the videos, they realize, hey, some of these videos and photos are from inside of this house. And they only went through roughly about 5% of the data. So only 5%. And they already found out that he is definitely responsible for the murders of 4 women. But they haven't found their bodies. It's just videos and photos of him doing things to them and then them dead in the videos and stuff. Gabrielle had been missing since 2012. And Maribel went missing in 2018. Now, the other 2 women that are believed to be involved in this is Blair, which, you know, she's missing since 2023. Supposedly, her father and Eugene's father had some kind of drug arrangement originally planned out. They found a giant grow house in his basement and a humongous stash of illegal weapons. So this guy's into like every single bad thing you could be into, essentially. And the other woman was Amy McHale, and she also had ties to him. She was actually married to Eugene's father, so she would have technically been his stepmother. Now, we don't have videos and photos of them yet. They're still going through everything. We have videos and photos of the other 2, though. And then we also have 5 urns containing human DNA, human remains. And we don't know who those 5 urns belong to. Now, here's the crazy part, is Blair actually told people days before she went missing that this crazy guy comes over to my dad's house and talks about melting people in these giant barrels. And that might explain why we haven't found any bodies yet. Because in these giant barrels that they found in his home, there was some kind of oil-like chemical substance that they are still analyzing right now to figure out what it is and what it does. My bet is it's some kind of acid that will completely vaporize, you know, bone, skin, and everything. This story is still developing. But already, we know that there are potentially 10 bodies involved in this already. And we've only gone through 5% of the evidence. So we're waiting to hear who that unnamed woman was. Was she somebody that had Stockholm Syndrome and was forced, like, you know, she was held captive by him? Or is she somebody that was a lure? We do see a lot of modern cases of a female lure being involved. And that's gone back for a while, but we're just now hearing a lot more about it. Especially when it comes to like human sex traffickers and stuff. A woman is much easier to get somebody lured into a location where the attack can take place. So we don't know who she was yet, or why she seemed to be a willing participant carrying around an ID belonging to another woman. So we're going to find out. There's a reason why she's remained unnamed at this point. So we'll see that coming up. It looks like he might be doing the classic trope, though, of hunting down people that were already in this like drug world that might not be looked into by the police as much, because apparently what I was looking up online, that Amy McHale at the time she went missing was struggling with mental illness and drug abuse, and then also Blair's father was involved in the whole drug world. She was in a house where there was drugs coming in and out of it a lot, and we know how the police tend to investigate things when it's very heavily drug fueled. And they have a long ways to go. It's taken them 2 months to go through 5%. This could be years and years and years of them uncovering people, bodies, connecting cold cases. You're talking about somebody from 14 years ago that we know of right now. That is a long time for a serial killer to remain active, and we know how serial killer habits are. Most serial killers only go a few months, not years, between murders. And right now, we know that we have a 2012 disappearance, a 2016 disappearance, a 2018 disappearance, and a 2023 disappearance. So we know that there's going to be a lot that are going to fill in those blanks. That's what we're just waiting to see, is what blanks will be filled with what information.
Deep in the shadows of Olney, Philadelphia, lies a secret the world wasn't meant to see. A house that guards a legacy of terror. Yellow tape flickers under a broken streetlight. What they aren't telling us is far more disturbing than the headlines suggest. Horsch was a photographer, a man who used his lens to capture more than just art. He captured victims. In the shadows of a narrow hallway stands his son, Eugene. Together, they are accused of being a prolific, terrifying duo. The investigation led underground, into a damp basement filled with chemical drums and a deep, unexplained pit dug into the concrete floor. Outside, the streets were torn apart. Investigators searched the drainage pipes for fragments of a life once lived. Their so-called art galleries showcased portraits of unidentified individuals, faces of people who simply vanished without a trace. The evidence is staggering. Stacks of old hard drives and handwritten logs meticulously documenting every soul they encountered. Digital uploads have recently surfaced, revealing horrific details that the public was never supposed to witness. Even after a suspicious fire, the questions remain. Why was this allowed to continue? Why has the media remained so silent? The unveiling has only just begun. The shadows are long, and the truth is finally coming to light.
Some doors are better left unopened. Some doors are better left unopened.